overwhelmed by the constant noise in your head? Do you struggle to find peace amidst the chaos of daily life? Hello, listeners. It's September 2nd, 2025, and this is The Path to Calm. Stop overthinking, become present, find peace. Today's featured book from Nick Trenton is Keep Calm, 102 Pieces of Wisdom to Find Peace, Stop Overthinking, and Carry On with Your Life. Today's episode encompasses two chapters from this book, chapters 5 and 6, which are entitled, respectively, How to Say Yes, How to Say No, and Your Inner Voice Helps You Self-Regulate. Chapter 5 explores the concept of your bigger yes, a guiding principle that streamlines decision-making by empowering you to confidently say no to anything that doesn't align with your purpose. And then Chapter 6 deals with the transformative power of self-coaching, cultivating an inner voice that celebrates your successes, guides you through setbacks, and fuels your resilience and present moment awareness. You have to decide what your highest priorities are and have the courage pleasantly, smilingly, and non-apologetically to say no to other things. And the way to do that is by having a bigger yes burning inside. Stephen Covey. In the modern whirlwind of obligations, opportunities, and distractions, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. In these moments, Stephen Covey's wisdom is a guiding beacon in the sea of daily demands. How do we harness the power of this approach to create a life that aligns with our deepest desires? Defining your bigger yes. Defining your bigger yes is akin to settling your life's mission statement. It's about pinpointing the overarching goal that sparks your passion and excitement. This bigger yes is your compass, directing your energy toward endeavors that resonate with your values. Imagine you've been invited to join a new project at work, but you're already juggling multiple commitments. By defining your bigger yes, perhaps it's advancing in your career while maintaining a healthy work-life balance, you'll be able to evaluate whether this new opportunity propels you closer to or further from your desired destination. Without a clear vision, anxiety often finds a way to creep into our lives. We're haunted by doubts and second-guessing, constantly questioning if we're on the right path. But with a bigger yes in hand, those doubts have less of an impact on us. When deciding whether to commit to a social event or prioritize self-care, your bigger yes becomes a litmus test. Does this align with your greater purpose? Does it resonate with your priorities? Many of us feel uncomfortable saying no because, well, it sounds negative. We worry we're letting people down, missing out on opportunities, or being rigid or unreasonable. But when your decisions are guided by your bigger yes, the anxiety of uncertainty loses its grip. You think of it not as saying no to A, but saying yes to B. Each of us is human, and we only have finite resources, time, and energy. We cannot do everything. That means if we value some things, we have to place other things in second place. Take Jane, for example, a marketing professional with aspirations of launching her own consultancy. She defines her bigger yes as being an independent entrepreneur who empowers small businesses through strategic branding. When she's presented with the opportunity to lead a massive corporate campaign, she evaluates it against her vision. The lucrative offer might tempt her, but her bigger yes whispers, that her heart belongs to fostering local entrepreneurship. With this clarity, she confidently declines the offer, knowing it takes her a step closer to her desired destination. In a world abundant with choices, knowing your bigger yes streamlines decision making. It's the art of saying no without guilt or hesitation, because every no is an affirmation of your commitment to your purpose. As you nurture your sense of purpose and prioritize the pursuits that fuel your passions, you create a shield against the chaos of overcommitment and the anxiety of aimlessness. Your bigger yes is your personal creed, and with it, you're on your way to a life rich in meaning and fulfillment. Mastering the positive no. In the pursuit of being present and living with intention, the journey toward a more balanced life inevitably also involves mastering the art of saying no graciously but firmly. The positive no. As you navigate the delicate dance between nurturing relationships and safeguarding your time and energy, remember that a positive no is not just about asserting your boundaries. It's about deepening your connections. Imagine you've been invited to yet another social event during a week already brimming with commitments. Instead of feeling anxious about juggling your schedule or agonizing over how to decline, practice the positive no. Begin by acknowledging the invitation warmly, expressing gratitude for being included. Empathize with the host's efforts in organizing the event, and then firmly communicate your decision to decline, explaining that your current schedule doesn't allow for additional commitments at this time. However, offer an alternative. Perhaps you can't attend the event, but you'd be thrilled to catch up over coffee next week. If, in fact, you truthfully would be thrilled, there's no point dodging overcommitment today, only to set up a bigger one for yourself tomorrow. Boundaries are the invisible guardians of your well-being, ensuring that you have the capacity to show up fully in every facet of your life. They are not about other people or what they choose to do or not do. They're about you and your limits, goals, and desires. That's why a good boundary doesn't convince, explain, justify, or manipulate anyone. It isn't an apology or a request for permission. It is merely an assertion of who you are and what you value. As you practice the art of the positive no, remember that each interaction is a chance to deepen your relationships and enhance your presence. It's an opportunity to communicate not just what you're declining, but also what you're affirming. Your commitment to your priorities, your respect for others' needs, and your dedication to fostering meaningful connections. Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a cliff, looking down at the turbulent waves crashing against the rocks below. Your heart races, your palms get sweaty, and an overwhelming sense of anxiety washes over you. But what if I told you that there's a simple technique, grounded in psychological research, that can help you find calm amidst the chaos? In a groundbreaking study titled Self-Talk as a Regulatory Mechanism, How You Do It Matters, conducted by Cross et al. In 2014, researchers delved into the fascinating realm of self-talk and its impact on our emotions and behaviors, particularly in the face of social stress. They discovered that the way we address ourselves internally during introspection can make all the difference in how we navigate distressing situations. The power of mental distance. When you find yourself dealing with anxiety or distressing situations, mentally step back and view the situation as if you were an external observer. Think of it as a mental zoom out button. This technique, known as self-distancing, involves shifting from first-person pronouns, I or me, to non-first-person pronouns, you, he, she, or even your own name. By doing so, you create psychological distance, allowing you to approach the situation with a more objective and detached perspective. So, instead of saying, I'm having a panic attack, I'm going to faint here on this cliff edge and everyone is going to see, you say, You've got this, Emily. You're experiencing some panic right now, but you're safe. You're not going to faint. You can probably tell the difference, right? The first feels so much more personal, threatening, and non-negotiable. The second makes the situation seem much more manageable somehow. Imagine you're preparing to give a presentation at work. The mere thought of it makes your heart race and your mind run through worst-case scenarios. Instead of getting trapped in the whirlwind of your emotions, step back and address yourself as if you were coaching someone else. All right, your name, you've got this. Remember to take deep breaths, speak clearly, and engage the audience. You've done your research, and you're well prepared. By employing this technique, you're giving yourself the space to see the situation from a different angle. It's like watching a movie of your life, rather than being lost in the script. This newfound perspective can diminish the intensity of your emotional response, helping you think more clearly and act with greater composure. Essentially, you've created psychological distance. You're no longer fused with scary or overwhelming thoughts. You're standing at some distance away from them, and that makes them easier to handle. Remember, anxiety narrows your focus so that when you're immersed in your own thoughts and feelings, you lose perspective. Self-distancing is your antidote to this tunnel vision. It empowers you to regain control over your thoughts and emotions, making you more resilient in the face of anxiety-provoking moments. Becoming your own coach. When you're faced with challenges or striving toward your goals, embrace the role of a supportive coach within your own mind. Just as a coach provides guidance, motivation, and constructive feedback to help an athlete excel, you can guide yourself through life's hurdles with the same positivity and wisdom. Imagine you're embarking on a journey to improve your public speaking skills. Instead of letting self-doubt and negative thoughts dictate your narrative, step into the coach's shoes. All right, Nick, today's your chance to practice and grow. Remember, every great speaker started somewhere. Focus on your strengths, maintain eye contact, and let your passion shine through. And hey, even if you stumble a bit, it's all part of the learning process. You're making progress, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. This shift in self-talk isn't about sugarcoating challenges or ignoring areas for improvement. It's about fostering a kind, motivating, and empowering relationship with yourself, just as a coach does with their team. When you adopt this approach, you're not just offering yourself empty words of encouragement. You're establishing a growth-oriented mindset that fuels your journey forward. Rather than succumbing to the spiraling thoughts of, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, redirect your inner dialogue. Allow it to support you, guide you, and encourage you. All right. The first thing is just to break the task down. Stay focused. You know how to do this. Breathe. You've beaten obstacles before, and you can beat this one too. Keep your head up and square your shoulders. You're doing great. Keep going. By speaking to yourself as a coach, you're creating a nurturing and empowering mental environment. Just as a coach celebrates successes and guides through setbacks, you're fostering resilience, self-belief, and a more present mindset. In a world often filled with noise and self-doubt, let your internal coach be the steady, motivating force that propels you forward with confidence and clarity. Let's take a moment for 2 quick takeaways from today's episode. In a world with abundant choices, knowing your bigger yes streamlines decision-making. It's the art of saying no without guilt or hesitation, because every no is an affirmation of your commitment to your purpose. As you nurture your sense of purpose and prioritize the pursuits that fuel your passions, you create a shield against the chaos of overcommitment and the anxiety of aimlessness. Your bigger yes is your personal creed, and with it, you're on your way to a life rich in meaning and fulfillment. By speaking to yourself as a coach, you're creating a nurturing and empowering mental environment. Just as a coach celebrates successes and guides you through setbacks, you're fostering resilience, self-belief, and a more present mindset. In a world often filled with noise and self-doubt, let your internal coach be the steady, motivating force that propels you forward with confidence and clarity. So that's today's advice from Nick Trenton. It's about knowing yourself, embracing your purpose, and cultivating that inner coach. Don't be afraid to declutter your life, say no to distractions, and make space for the things that bring you joy and meaning. We'll leave you with these words from Nelson Mandela. It always seems impossible until it's done.